står här i Ubuntus monter och har tittat lite på deras nya lösningar och främst deras nya smartphone-operativsystem som ni säkert har läst lite om. Man har alltså tagit Ubuntu, alltså Linux-distributionen, tryckt in den i en smartphone och vi står här med Ivo Weaver som ska hjälpa oss gå igenom lite vad det här handlar om. So, hi Ivo.
Hello.
Could you please help us guide us through the new Ubuntu phone?
Big time, of course. So what you see over here is Ubuntu running on a phone. So we took the Ubuntu from the desktop and basically brought it now to the phone with a whole new user interface to optimize for small touchscreens. So basically, when I started the phone for the first time, basically what you see over here is a welcome screen. And there are basically two important things to notice here. One is the graphic over here, which is a visualization of my personal life, built up over time, so it gives a very unique feeling to my phone. Unique to me and unique to every user. The other important thing to notice is there are no buttons, no hard key buttons, no soft key buttons. And the reason is that we designed the whole experience around the edges of the screen. So for example, when I go to the left, I see all my favorite apps. See that? So what we noticed is that when we did user research, that many people have like tens and tens of apps, but they use possibly only 10 apps most frequently. And these are their favorite apps, which they can put in the launcher over here. And then I can go to the home screen. And over here I also can, again, go to the launcher and, for example, launch the gallery app. There you go, it's the gallery app. Super fast, really high performant, native app. And one of the key design principles behind our apps is that the whole experience is focused on the content. So no controls or annoying buttons in my face all the time. The user can bring them up when he actually needs them, but they're not there all the time. So for example, when I start scrolling, also the header goes away. So I'm going here to photos, back to events. When I start scrolling, the header goes away, and I just see pictures, right? Now when I, for example, open a photo, full screen display of my photo, when I want to do something with the picture now, I use the bottom edge swipe. So applications use the bottom edge swipe to reveal controls. For example, over here when I want to edit my picture, or when I want to share my picture over here. Come on. There you go. Or when I want to go back to my gallery. Now, when I, for example, want to launch another app, I go to the camera over here. So it's a very easy way to launch apps. For example, also the notes. Now, when I want to go back to my previous app, we also gave a very fast way of doing it, and that's by using the right edge. So, for example, use the right edge. I go back to my camera. Back to my gallery, back to my telephony app, back to my notes, back to my camera, and back to my gallery. So it's a very easy way for multitasking. If you want to launch a new app, or for example go to the camera, just launch it from there again. See that? So switching between apps and launching apps is really easy with the left and the right edge. Now when I go back to the home screen, I still can go to different areas. For example, over here is my app screen. I can also see all my running apps at once. Over here my videos. I'm going to go to the other side. My contacts, my people, integration with Facebook, and also music. And one thing I haven't talked about yet is the top edge. So for example, when I go back to the gallery over here, gallery, often people want to change settings on the phone, right? So for example, I want to change my Wi-Fi, I want to change my brightness of the screen, or change the date and time. And for that, I don't want to leave my app. I just want to go quickly into settings and do that. So rather than leaving the app, go to the home screen, go to the settings menu, we allow a very quick way of doing it, and that's by using the top edge. So for example, over here, I can drag down, go sideways to go to messages, networks, battery, date and time. So for example, battery, I go down, I can change the brightness, go back up, and I'm back on my app. Right? So I'm not leaving my app. I'm just quickly changing a setting. Or for example, when I go to messages, I can quickly reply to a missed call, or quickly reply to an email, bring it back up, and I'm back on my app. So as you can see, we use all the edges of the screen to navigate really quickly around the phone, switch between apps, and basically also bring in controls within the app.
The home screen actually changed according to your usage scenarios, or?
It's customizable, so the user basically can decide what the user wants here. So it can be my frequently used apps, my calls, my content basically. Yeah, so it's
And you could get to the home screen by a fast swipe or...
yeah. So there are two ways. So for example, when I go to gallery, when I have app open, I can go here and go back to the home screen. So to the bottom, bottom icon, right? So there's a bottom icon here. And the other approach is when I go to gallery, I can also do a full swipe, basically, and then I am there as well.
Okay, perfect. Talking about apps, this is the Ubuntu App Store that is connected to the phone.
Yeah, so basically Ubuntu already has an app store on the desktop, and we have a very active and lively community, and they're super interested and excited about this, and it will help us to build a very good app ecosystem. Apps can be downloaded, like search for with the search functionality over here in the on the home. We already have it in the desktop and demo not yet, but it will go there. And then user can search for a name, download it, install it, and it works.
Okay, perfect. And if I understand correctly, when you go into the store through the phone, it will actually only show the mobile app, so there's no confusion with the desktop apps.
Exactly. I mean, the really cool thing is that when a developer, for example, would develop an app for the phone, it will also run on desktop. Right, so apps will scale to the different areas because to the different form factors because it's the same operating system that runs on the desktop versus TV and versus mobile. So apps will scale as well to all these form factors.
Okay, perfect. Performance-wise, this is the desktop version just with a new UI, more or less.
Yeah, exactly.
And the performance, how is that compared to, for example, Android, iOS, and stuff?
I mean, really good. I mean, we're now running on a Nexus, which is a dual core 1 gigahertz. But you can already see the performance is really good, even though we're not even don't have a final product yet, right? So it's already really good now. The really good thing with Ubuntu is Ubuntu always runs really well on low-end hardware. The desktop runs really well on low-end hardware, and we are expecting to do this. That the operating system for the mobiles also will do that. One of the reasons is that we don't have Java Virtual Machine. So the native is truly native, which makes Ubuntu much faster than, for example, other operating systems.
Okay, cool. Updates to the OS, do you have any plans on how that will be rolled out and in what time frames?
No, we still need to look into how this is going to work, actually.
Okay. Yeah. And phones, stores, pricing, do you have any information that you can give us on that?
Not yet, no.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Evo.
You're welcome.